It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and we're watching the Snowhawks. Rocket Arm quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Snowhawks and the Steamers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
With the Wasatch Mountains overlooking us, EA Sports so proud to welcome you to the capital city of Utah, Salt Lake City. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Steamers of Louisville taking on the Snowhawks of Salt Lake City. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Salt Lake City ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visitors, Louisville, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 7th-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. To about the 35, second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 80 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. When you look at this defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it easily move into the top 5.
On 3rd down, Cameron. And he fends him off. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it's 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Looking to throw. Giles. This complete to Langford. That one a first down pickup of 8. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
At the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Giles. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And you can't do it all on one throw.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. He'll keep it himself. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Cameron. And that is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Trying to build on that opening drive touchdown, but the drive stalls out. And then you get the missed field goal here, so they wind up with nothing to show from drive number 2.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
3rd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. Yeah, they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
To throw on 2nd down, Cameron, and his throw is incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's a 2nd drop right here in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say only in the 1st quarter. Certainly a ship that he wants to right quickly. Take it at the 37. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the 2nd one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 21 carries, 84 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Looking to throw. Giles. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the 1st down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking 1st down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a 1st down.
So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. It's taken to the 26. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little bumping. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
And another fine run there. This one good for 15. He's come out on a mission here to start this drive. Another first down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. They'll run on first down. Fields. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Now 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Fields. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Salt Lake City with the football here to begin quarter 2. 3rd down and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. To throw on 3rd down. Giles. And he is caught. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
Well, he's a diminutive receiver, Charles. Not a ton of size, but still able to bring that in against double coverage.
I think that's a great job by him of understanding angles, because you mentioned his size. He's not going to go over the top of someone or body someone out of the way. He's got to make sure he creates enough space for himself by getting people into the wrong spot on defense, moving them with his body, and then showing his numbers to the quarterback to be open.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15.
Here now 2nd and 4.
At the 16-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Fields. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He finds his man complete. It's Fields. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down. And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1, completing the pass, but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that, because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, first down, right? Easy play. But end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
He needed 2. He only got 1. And as a result, possession switches hands. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Cameron.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Cameron. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 25 yards that time.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Back to throw. Cameron. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field.
And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
Ball start, offense.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Looking to throw. Giles escaping the pressure right. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's going the other way. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, Cameron.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Back to throw. Cameron firing quickly here, and that's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. Cameron. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Roughing the passer, defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. And for the 2nd time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And his kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
22-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Giles. And that'll be incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gets him a 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
On 2nd down, it's Fields.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. It's caught. Here's Langford. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Giles. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
On 1st down, Giles got his man complete over the middle. That's Fields. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Now 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 13-yard line.
Back to throw again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leads him with a 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Snowhawks have cut the lead back down to 2. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field.
We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
To throw again, Giles. Over the middle, complete. That's Fields. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the gun on 3rd down, Giles. And that will be incomplete.
Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This offense back to work now late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 3rd down, Cameron.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
On now is the punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Throwing on first down, Giles. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one out to the 35. Oh, they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the 3rd quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trail by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Giles. That's taken in by Watson. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Cameron.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
To throw on 3rd down. Cameron. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down. And they bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On second down now, it's Fields. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there.
47-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Fields. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Looking to throw on second down. Giles. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw. Giles. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Second and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Fields. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
If you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
68 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Off play action. Giles. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
21-yard line.
Throwing again. Giles. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Up the middle they go. Fields. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Snowhawks have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time
may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figured out to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try to chip someone at the second level. We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Giles. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Back to throw. Giles. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards there on 3rd down as they pick up a 1st and 10.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Looking to throw. Giles. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
Back to throw. Giles. And that is incomplete. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds Watson. It's called. Touchdown! A great play there. 26 yards. And the Snowhawks are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well
executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Point after try forthcoming. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go with them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back live here now in Salt Lake City. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cameron.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the 4th quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play?
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
On 1st and 10, Cameron. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
To throw on 2nd down, Cameron.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. That was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
And this one is right through. And that lead is back down to 9 now.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Giles. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing to start the drive. Cameron. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Baker. Touchdown. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Steamers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there.
At their own 16-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Cameron. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Steamers.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards that time.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Right back to him on 1st down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play. After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it, trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Looking to throw. Giles. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No 1st down.
So they bring out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
On first down, Cameron.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Back to throw, Cameron. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Looking to throw, Cameron. And now another one thrown incomplete.
No talk about that one, because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that?
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree, all right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I'll guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
2nd and 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the gun on 3rd down, Giles. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Snowhawks are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
And Charles, the 2nd time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there is that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 9. A little over a minute to go. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Throwing again, Cameron. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
From the gun on third down, Camera. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So it's a win for the home side, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their second-year quarterback.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.
So for Salt Lake City, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week.
Meanwhile, for Louisville,
they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.